December 1993, I walked through Manila International Airport in the Philippines, excited to be in my first plane ride to the United States. Destination? Newark, New Jersey. Finally made it and heading my way to the land of milk and honey. You see, I originally didn't get into nursing because of a noble cause, but largely because of promise of upward mobility and economic reasons. My parents, who were both barely had some formal schooling, struggled to get by taking care of six children. Myself being the second to the youngest, but instilled in us the value of education for a better life and better future. Growing up in not a lot, which is an understatement, when you get to a point where you're given a choice of bread or rice for breakfast because you can't have both, you certainly realize that struggle is real. And yet, my parents ensured we are fed, bathed, clothed, and out the door to school every day. So here I am, arriving in the United States of America with $100 in my pocket, middle of winter, no winter jacket, no winter shoes, excitedly embarking to start my nursing career. Of course, everything started off perfectly, or not. I got stranded in Newark International Airport overnight because of winter storm. Just have enough coins to call on payphone for my pickup and left a message on answering machine. Uncertain if somebody will show up from my agency. Not sure what the living conditions be like, and not even sure if I got a job. So the first few years was a hodgepodge of exciting experiences, bloopers, and reality checks. There was a point when my working visa was about to expire, no sponsor in sight, and on the brink of not legal status. I had to couch surf at a newly found cousin in the Bronx and let me stay in their living room while studying for the board and work under the table when time allows. I couldn't and wouldn't go back home as it will mean that my return is uncertain. And when my working visa finally made it through, it means I have to stay put for 4 to 5 years for my green card and will not be able to see my parents and family. Homesickness sets in, and multiple times I caught myself half asleep and thought I am hearing noises from back home of children playing and people talking. And when I looked at the window, the street is empty and quiet, full of parked cars. But I survived. Some coworkers and friends when I used to live in the Bronx taught me how to walk with a swagger and to make sure I have a mug money always available in my pocket. So if anybody approached me for money, I have a dollar or $5 bill readily available to hand over. And luckily, I don't have to use any of them because I look like Jackie Chan and seem to know karate, as mentioned by a fellow passenger on the subway one time, asking me to show him some karate moves. This deranged dude, by the way, pulled the emergency brake on the subway, and we walked the tracks to the nearest station to get out. Nice view from the subway tracks, by the way. But I survived. I survived all of this with the help from a community that became my family away from home. Yes, I am off to a great start in a new country, new weather, and getting used to using English as my primary language of communication. The language? That's a hurdle on its own. Even if English is our language of instruction in the Philippines, it still takes a bit of adjustment, a lot of adjustment. I remember having a conversation with a coworker and I have to pause at one time longer than I should because I am translating in my head what I needed to say, and she was looking at me baffled because she can see in my face that I want to say something, but no words coming out of my mouth. I can see in her expression the encouragement to please say something. And when I finally did, it's like having a conversation in slow motion as I am trying to translate what I wanted to say word for word, which a lot of times resulted in having some lost in translation moments. For example, for the longest time, for a while, when somebody greets me, "What's up?" I really thought the person is asking, "Is there anything up there?" And I will physically look up and try to answer the question. But before I can answer, the person already walked away. Or when I used to work in a nursing home and a resident will say, "I lost my pocketbook," I will ask, "What's the title of your pocketbook?" Growing up, pocketbook is a literal book that fits in your pocket, sort of paper mills. Here's another one. A doctor walked by the nurse's station and asked, "Have you seen John?" And the Filipino nurse said, "Yes, he just passed away," meaning he was just here and walked away. But of course, with practice, we get better. I think I got better. A little bit. I still mix my B's and V's. Actually, just this Tuesday, I did a presentation at Penn Princeton Medical Center. At the beginning, I thought it was clever to say, "Don't you know that you are the only hospital in the US that has double IB on its name?" Positive look from the audience, and I said, "Penn and Princeton, both Ivy League?" And someone said, Oh, Ivy League. And I thought, that's what I said. Or mixing my P's and F's. I mistakenly pronounced post anesthesia care unit or PACU one time to a nursing supervisor in front of a packed, I have to say that slowly, packed nurses station one time and sounds like I'm cursing at her. Needless to say, I never called post anesthesia care unit by its acronym again. But I survived and will continue surviving. So the adjustment in getting used to the language and the adjustment to working environment in foreign land, which I now call home, is nothing compared to what my parents endured to provide for me and my siblings, especially to support us with some education, to move ahead and to move forward, education they never had. They even agreed to send me to University of Santo Tomas, which is considered one of the most elite education institutions in the country. When they work every day, year after year, with barely any time off to attend any school activities so my siblings and I can stay in school, I'm still amazed on how they did it. For their perseverance, I am forever grateful. My name is Alfredo Sagisi, proud Filipino nurse and prouder son of late Manuel and Margarita Gorospe Sagisi. Thank you.